And a unicorn is what?
It's a
A horse with a horn in his head.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Wizards. And they finished that one out up 4. Competitive, but ultimately they prevailed.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them up.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis has drawn comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, and it sounds like Dirk is a fan. He says of Porzingis, he's long, athletic, tough. He has touch. He can put it on the floor. He is for real.
And Porzingis, DA, a good 3 inches taller than Dirk. He's a very unique talent for sure. Brent, you played for 14 seasons. What kind of off-season training did you do personally to keep in shape?
I had a great trainer in Southern California that I would go home to every year and work on different things. It was funny, Kevin, because as you get a little bit older, you can be a little more specific with how you train. You understand how you're going to be used, the type of minutes you're going to play, so it can be a little bit more specialized. I'm not sure if I could tell you this, but I surfed a lot in the off season.
Balance.
Core, right?
Core balance.
All right, Thank you. Check box.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Bulls. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Levine and Parker of the wing. And it's done in at the point.
Size and strength advantage of Enes Kanter, quite evident on that screen.
Carter sets the pick for Dunn. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Enes Kanter.
And last year for the Knicks, a bit of a throwback offense. First in the league in 2-point attempts and second to last in the league in 3-point attempts. We'll see if the new coaching staff changes some of those numbers.
And Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. Scores the ball, distributes it well, and also pounds the glass aggressively.
He hits both from the stripe. And talking about the Knicks last year, definitely one of the bigger teams in the NBA.
Interesting to look down at their scoring last year, as their top 4 scorers were either centers or forwards. And that's a little bit unusual in today's game, where most of the impact's coming from your point guard or a wing player. Not the case for the Knicks, so they're looking for some backcourt help.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
Carter outside. Here's Levine. The shot missing. Great D that time from Hardaway. To the paint. The 9-foot shot. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Hardaway.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Dunn passes to Markkanen. Good on the triple. Markkanen's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Ntilikina. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Kanter. He can't get that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
And for Porzingis, one of the next steps for him offensively, becoming a better distributor.
Well, he showed last year, the first couple months of the year, to be a prolific scorer, and defenses know that too. So now the idea is, what if we crowd Porzingis? What if we double team him? Can he make the next play to his teammate? We'll see if it starts to unlock itself this year for him.
Dunn kicks to Carter. Passes it to Levine. Carter outside. Pass to Markkanen. Clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Dunn misses.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Knox. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass, thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Outside, Levine. Markkanen a screen on Hardaway. Levine inside the three-point line. They get it back. Markkanen, good.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height, D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
And so New York calls timeout. Their first.
A tremendous opportunity for David Fizdale to re-energize his coaching career. Just that short stint he had in Memphis. He's a smart guy, a ton of charisma, which of course the New York fans are going to react to, and try to rework this roster and find some talent and push forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Mario Hezonja is checked in for Enes Kanter. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in for Frank Ntilikina. Down low. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And when it came to hiring Fizdale, the Knicks went so far as to contact their former coach, Pat Riley.
Yeah, Pat, a bit of Knicks royalty with his success in the Big Apple, said this about Fizdale, that he's got a great mind and that he'll be mentally prepared for everything New York throws at him. So good choice for the Knicks, and we'll see how he performs in the big city.
And stolen by Hezonja. Pass to Knox. Offline with his three. Chicago trailing here. And here is Portis. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Valentine setting the pick for Portis. No good. That would have tied it. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Took him no time at all on that one. Lee's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Stretching the floor out is important, and right now, Courtney Lee able to do that.
Lopez a screen, and there's the defensive 3-second call. Bulls shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Burke. Valentine with it. There's the pass to Portis. Back to Valentine. Lays it up and banks it in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Knicks leading by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And it's good for 2. Holiday's got his first basket of the night.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose. And I love the energy on this play.
Checking in for Knicks, Ron Baker. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Levine for 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Knicks lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender. He spoke about his mind.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So you try to stop the player in front of you and you try to deny him to score the basket. That's just the challenge, and that's what I love in this part of the game.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Robin Lopez, Valentine out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, the Knicks hope to build a contender around their star player, Kristaps Porzingis. He said playoff experience would be huge at this point in my career. The sooner, the better. That's the only thing I'm focused on. What I need to do on the court to play better, make my team win. Kevin, we'll see if they can get there together.
Thanks, D.A. Baker with the bucket. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
No doubt some bright spots, more than you'd expect out of a loss like that, but it doesn't make the result any easier to take.
Cantor checked in for the Knicks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Hizanya. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Lowry Marketing comes in for Bobby Portis. Jabari Parker's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Zach LaVine.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. New York trailing. They get a hand on it. Here's the screen. Now here's Moutier. Dunn covering. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not good. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
And the Knicks making a change here. Ntilikina's checked in.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Baker with the bucket.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
Ntilikina kicks to Porzingis. He dishes it to Hardaway. Knocked away. Shot from 12. That shot off.
And the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Well, no defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
Down low, stolen by Markkanen. Passes it to Valentine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. 8 points for Denzel Valentine.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Ntilikina, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Here's the screen. Dunn passes to Carter. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Carter's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. New York calls timeout. comes in for Hardaway, and Trey Burke subbed in for Ron Baker. 1:19 left in the second quarter. Some nice passing by New York here, and that one's good. Burke.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And a quick check now. The NBA's top rebounders. Fourth, Enes Kanter.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Chicago leading by 3. 1:05 left to play in the first half. Out to Parker. Plenty of space. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Parker's got his first bucket in this one.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Screen by Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you're going to pay for a situation where you give Porzingis that kind of room and maybe that much of a lane. Good job exploiting it.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Back to Dunn. Lee with the steal.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
For the Knicks, Knox, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Mario Hezonja subbed in for Frank Ntilikina. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Alvin Lopez is checked in for Carter. Portis comes in for Markkanen. Justin Holiday's checked in for Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Dunn. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Levine. Burke covering. Levine can't hit. Now Burke over Levine and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Burke's got his second bucket of the night. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. New York ahead, leading by a point. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
The second half is gut check time for the defense. Allowing over 60% shooting is weak sauce. Weak barbecue sauce, weak Butterfinger sauce, weak sauce, period. The coach needs a light fire under these guys. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it, Ernie.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Welcome back to New York City with all its buses and cars, cabs, people, all the hustle and bustle. This is truly the city that never sleeps. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
Inside, it's Porzingis and Kanter. Ntilikina out there with Hardaway. And it's Knox in at the 3. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. The jump hook, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Chicago trailing here. Parker passes to Markkanen. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Ntilikina. Dunn covering. Cantor sets the pick for Porzingis. Brent, we've got great dunkers now. You played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still so fresh in my mind. Dominique Wilkins over the top, MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
Here's Ntilikina. And it's off the back rim. No good. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Dunn. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. New York trailing. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Hardaway from outside. Chicago grabs the miss. Markkanen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle, Hardaway with the steal. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Hardaway. Offensive rebound. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
Tough to match up with the length of Porzingis, and when he's floating around there, sometimes those rebounds are going to come up, and he's just too big to not get some.
Dunn dishes to Carter. Good. Carter's got his second bucket.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. On Baker, he's checked in for New York. Moutier comes in for Frank Ntilikina. And a change for the Bulls. Valentine's checked in. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors.
And for their matchup with the Magic, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
They set the screen. Dunn passes to Carter. A solo fast break. Here's Baker. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Now it's a 3-point Knicks lead.
Precision pass from Moutier to get his teammate a good look there.
And you know, Ron Baker, a guy who always seems, Brent, to be fighting for a roster spot.
Yeah, walk-on in college, went undrafted, but then really had a great summer league and steadily improving his game. That's the amazing thing, that at his age, adds something to his game every offseason, and those instincts, both on the floor and off, have given him an opportunity in the NBA.
It's all in by the Bulls. Parker outside. Back to Carter. It's tipped. And he uses the glass on the layup. Carter's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Moutier pass to Knox. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Chicago, lurking in the basement of the conference for the time being. They're not pleased with their performance so far this season. And checking out New York, they're at the bottom of the conference.
And, you know, for the Bulls, so far it looks like the adjustments they've made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Lots of season left to go, so maybe a little too early to say that. The results have been anything but positive early on, but you've seen plenty of teams dig themselves out of big holes after early season woes.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Isanya, he's checked in for Hardaway. Lee comes in for Ron Baker. And it's Burke in for Emmanuel Mudiay. The Knicks with the lead. Now, here's Burke. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Porzingis sets the pick for Burke. Inside. A fader. Porzingis can't hit.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take. Defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Knicks. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Parker passes to Lopez. Down low, Porzingis with the steal. To the inside, deflects the pass. Here's Valentine to the inside for the lead. Here's Portis, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Knicks lead by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Keep our pace on offense, right? Keep pushing the ball, keep getting out and running. They're going to pressure. They're going to continue to pick up the pressure.
And Fred Hoiberg, moments ago in that huddle, wanting to keep that offense dynamic. He plays up the tempo role. That's something that's important for him. Loves pace. But they're facing some stiff resistance guys here.
Hey, listen, this is a war. Both sides working hard to try and capture that momentum in this contest.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Robin Lopez out there with Portis. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. Porzingis with a screen on LaVine. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Burke. 18 points for Porzingis.
So Porzingis can post you up, he can face you up, he can penetrate from outside. This kid is impressive.
Lopez a screen. LaVine dishes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
Chicago calls timeout. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
And the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Burke. Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Chris Dunn comes in for Justin Holiday. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
All right, David, thanks. Carter, the pass to Dunn. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Ntilikina kicks to Lee. Pass to Ntilikina. Six to shoot. Shoots from 12. Kanter, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Kanter's got the lead up to 6 now for New York. Now, here's Dunn. Defense right on him. To the paint. And it's Carter missing.
Well executed, great rhythm, You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Couldn't complete the play.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Inside. And it's Parker in the corner. Bulls moving the ball around. That one goes. Counted.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the length.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Lays it up and banks it in. Porzingis has got 15 points here in the second half.
Yeah, Porzingis, the things we talk about is assertiveness, but that also comes with great stamina. Right now, he's determined.
Dunn dishes to Carter. He kicks to Markkanen. There's the pick. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
1:31 left to play in the final quarter. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his third foul of the game. We've got 1:23 left in the game. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Bulls trail by 9. There's the screen. He feeds it to Carter. Porzingis with the steal. Outside Hardaway. And the pass to Porzingis. Here's Ntilikina. 5 on the clock and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Done outside. It's tipped. Here's Ntilikina. Passes it to Hardaway. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
It'd take a miracle at this point.
Right, with this deficit and this late in the game, their time has already passed.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Picked by Markkanen. Shot clock at 5. Carter right side. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Here's Ntilikina. And here's Carter. And so it's the Knicks with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there was some time.